everyone, and welcome back to a welcome guide to visiting Korea. I'm Kayla. I'm so glad you're here with me today as we explore another must-see spot in Korea that's quickly winning the hearts of both locals and travelers. Whether you're planning your first visit or coming back for more, I'm here to help you discover the places that go beyond the typical tourist trail, and today's feature is a true hidden gem. Following the content I am presenting, we will now move on to the content presented by two traveler freelance reporters whose name are Katie and Jonathan based on their own reporting on the ground. Let's dive in. Welcome to Hongdae, Seoul's ultimate youth playground. If there's one place in Seoul that young travelers from all around the world dream of visiting, it's Hongdae. That's Hongd, short for Hongik or Hongik University. But around here, we just call it Hongdae. And trust me, it's not just a location, it's a vibe. Imagine walking through a neighborhood where art spills onto the streets, where music plays around every corner, and where the energy of youth is so strong, you feel instantly plugged into something bigger, louder, wilder, and more alive than anything you've experienced before. That's Hongdae. Let's take a little journey into what makes this place so iconic, and why it deserves a spot on your Korea bucket list. Hongdae is more than a hangout spot. It's the epicenter of youth culture and creativity in Korea. It's where indie artists, street dancers, fashion rebels, and digital influencers all collide. The neighborhood grew up around Hongik University, which has one of Korea's most prestigious art schools. As a result, creativity runs deep in these streets. You'll find colorful murals in hidden alleyways, pop-up art galleries, and vintage shops that feel like curated museums of street style. Whether you're into sketching, photography, design, or just appreciating cool aesthetics, Hongdae speaks your language. Every evening, the heart of Hongdae turns into an open-air stage. Young performers gather to show off their talents, from hip-hop and K-pop dance covers to live acoustic sets and freestyle rap battles. The best part? Most of these performances are free. Just follow the crowd or the beat of a bass guitar, and you'll find a show worth watching. The performers often attract huge followings online, and some even go on to become real K-pop idols. You never know, you might just catch the next big star before they hit the charts. Forget malls and department stores, Hongdae is all about boutique street shopping. Picture rows of trendy, affordable clothing stores with styles changing as quickly as TikTok trends. From edgy streetwear to cute Korean-style fashion, you'll find items you won't see anywhere else. And yes, there are accessories galore, bucket hats, quirky socks, custom phone cases, and handmade jewelry. You'll also find cool vintage shops, especially around the Hongdae walking street, where retro lovers can score one-of-a-kind fashion pieces. Let's talk about the food. Hongdae is a paradise for foodies. You'll find everything from spicy Korean street food to late-night snacks perfect after a night out. Start with tteokbokki, spicy rice cakes, hotteok, sweet pancakes, or some crispy Korean fried chicken. Then grab a seat at a barbecue spot or one of the many themed cafés. Yes, themed cafés. Like a raccoon cafe, a Harry Potter cafe, or even a board game cafe where you can challenge your friends over bingsu. Don't forget dessert, try bunjipang, fish-shaped pastry with sweet filling, or head to a trendy dessert cafe for souffle pancakes, strawberry lattes, or bubble tea with toppings you didn't even know existed. Hongdae isn't just alive during the day. When the sun sets, the neighborhood transforms into one of Seoul's hottest nightlife scenes. You'll find underground clubs, EDM bars, live music lounges, and even Noribang, Korean karaoke rooms, where you can belt out your favorite K-pop or Western hits. It's safe, exciting, and surprisingly affordable compared to nightlife in many Western cities. Want something more chill? There are plenty of cafés and hookah lounges open late into the night, perfect for deep conversations or quiet people watching. Every corner of Hongdae seems designed for the gram. Murals, photo booths, neon signs, rooftop cafes, this place is a visual wonderland. You'll spot people doing photo shoots near Picnic Street, posing under rainbow-colored umbrellas or sipping lattes in cafes with flower walls. Even if you didn't plan to post much, you'll leave with at least 50 pics and a few viral TikToks. Hongdae has some weird and wonderful experiences you won't find anywhere else. Visit the Trick Eye Museum, where 3D art creates hilarious optical illusions. Play retro arcade games at themed bars. Stop by the Love Museum or VR cafes where you can dive into gaming worlds with your friends. And of course, no trip to Hongdae is complete without trying your luck at the countless claw machines lined up along the streets. Whether you're a solo traveler looking to make new friends, a couple on an adventure, or a group of K-pop fans tracing the footsteps of your idols, Hongdae has something for you. It's not just about seeing Korea, it's about feeling it, dancing through it, tasting it, and living like a local. And in Hongdae, youth isn't just an age, it's a way of life. So when you land in Seoul, drop your bags, grab your camera, and head straight to Hongdae. Your Korean adventure starts here. Next up, we'll have a conversation with two travel journalists, Katie and Jonathan, about their first-hand experience in Hongdae, Seoul, South Korea. If you watch until the end, you'll get some great information you might not have expected. Subscriptions, likes, and notification settings are small acts of kindness that give strength and courage to the hosts of the podcast. Please do so.
Okay, imagine this. You step into this incredibly vibrant global city hotspot. It's buzzing with art, life, just pure energy. But here's the twist. It's a Monday, July 1st specifically, and the place is absolutely packed. Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're looking at Seoul's famous Hongdae Street today, based on, well, a really great YouTube review you shared. It gives us this fantastic virtual walkthrough.
It really does. It captures that electric atmosphere so well. You see the unique spots, the energy. Even on a day you'd expect things to be, a bit quieter.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack what makes Hongdae this, perpetual hotspot. We'll look at the geography, the attractions, that incredible culture. Basically why it pulls in such huge, diverse crowds all the time. Ready to dig in?
Let's do it.
All right, so when people think Hongdae, usually they picture Hongdae Station, right? Line 2. That's the main hub in most minds.
Right, the big one.
But the video, our source, it points us somewhere else to start. Sangsu Station, Line 6. And it's important to stress these are totally different lines, not connected directly. Starting at Sangsu gives you a different entry point.
And Sangsu itself, it's not just a station you pass through. It's actually really bustling on its own. You've got this cool cafe street and what they call a matcha street, basically.
Yeah.
A street packed with delicious food, lots of pubs, bars, too.
Yeah, stuff people might miss if they just, aim straight for the main Hongdae exit.
Exactly. It's kind of overlooked.
And it's got specific spots, too, right? The review mentioned Kumukdang.
Oh, yeah, Kumukdang. Famous for its pat bingsu, the red bean shaved iced dessert. Really popular spot.
It's good.
And Cafe Brown City was mentioned too, known for its architecture. Just a really nice looking building.
So you're seeing these cool, unique places even before you get to what most people think of as Hongdae Central. Makes you wonder, though, if Sangsu is that lively, why isn't it the main starting point for most visitors?
That's a good question. I guess the perception is maybe it's a bit secondary compared to the core area near Hongdae Station.
Yeah.
But like the source shows, it's definitely got its own thing going on, especially, for locals or students around there. Maybe it's like a bonus for exploring a bit.
A hidden gem kind of area.
Yeah. And you definitely notice as you walk from Sangsu towards Hongdae Station, the crowds start to pick up. You feel yourself getting closer to the main action.
Okay, so moving from Sangsu, we get to this area called the Red Road and Red Road Square. The review describes it as a more organized central space. They even host festivals there. Mentioned a Latvia festival recently.
Right. So it's a community focal point. There are signs, too. Red Road Cheoyumnoon Street, which is like Red Road First Street. So it feels planned.
Yeah, definitely planned. But something that really stood out to me in the review for this area was the arcades.
Oh,
Big ones, like Gametopia. It said they're making a serious comeback. Like classic entertainment is surging again there.
Huh. That's interesting. It shows how Hongdae isn't just, letting things happen organically. This Red Road development, bringing back arcades. It's like strategic planning to keep the area fresh and appealing to different crowds, not just relying on one thing. It's quite clever, actually.
Totally. And then you hit that core area, and wow, the review shows it absolutely rammed with people on a Monday, July 1st. I mean, my jaw would be on the floor.
It's pretty remarkable, isn't it? But there's a reason. You've got a huge student population. Universities often wrap up their semesters late June, early July.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And on top of that, loads of foreign tourists. So it just creates this constant buzz. It never really seems to empty out.
It really puts Hongdae's status in perspective, doesn't it? Within Seoul, I mean.
Definitely. Mapogu, the district Hongdae's in, is apparently the most crowded part of Western Seoul. Gangnam's still busy, obviously.
Yeah.
And Seongsu-dong is getting really popular, especially Yeonmu-jang-gil.
Right, Seongsu is trendy now.
But places like Myeongdong or Garo-soo-gil, they're actually less crowded than they used to be. Hongdae, though, it just keeps holding strong. It's consistently packed.
It seems to have this resilience.
It really does. It's adapted.
And you feel that energy. A massive part of that Hongdae vibe has to be the busking, right? The street performances.
Oh, absolutely. It's known as a busking heaven.
The review showed magic shows, even a fire show, and incredible dance crews.
Yeah, it's not just random either. There's an official area, the Hongdae Festival Street, with designated spots for performers.
That's interesting. So it's encouraged, structured even. If performing is that central to its identity, how do they actually foster that environment? Keep it going.
Well, it's definitely a key part of what makes Hongdae feel different from, say, just a shopping district. It adds that layer of raw energy and creativity. And speaking of entertainment landmarks, Sunorbang, the coin karaoke place, still massively popular. It's been there forever, like an institution.
A classic Hongdae experience.
Totally. And then you have things like the Olive Young store. It takes up 4 floors. That tells you something about the commercial pull, especially for, cosmetics and skincare, which are huge trends.
4 floors. Wow. Okay, so with all that walking and energy, you're going to get hungry. Let's talk food.
Always important in Seoul.
The review recommended Hongdae galbi for good value, but also mentioned Janinde galbi had massive queues, so clearly super popular.
Right. Dagalbi is always a good shout there.
Yeah.
And then for maybe a second round, like grabbing some soju,
Yeah.
Boseung Hogwan came up. For soju and sundaguk, the blood sausage soup. Sounds like a popular late-night spot.
Ah, okay. Classic combo. You can almost taste it.
Yeah, the food scene definitely covers all bases, from quick meals to sitting down with friends for hours. It matches the crowd. But what's also really interesting is how the shopping has changed over time.
How so?
Hongdae used to be huge for clothes shopping, right? And while there's still plenty of that, there's been a really noticeable rise in cosmetic stores. Etude House was mentioned?
Driven by tourists, maybe?
Largely, yeah. It shows Hongdae adapting its retail mix to who's visiting. It's not static. It's shifting with the market, especially global tourism. That's a sign of resilience,
That's a really sharp point. It's not just the big chains either, right? There are unique shops.
Definitely. The review highlighted Wappen House. They do colorful accessory engraving. Looks really fun.
Oh.
And yeah, the clothing stores that are there, both men's and women's, they have really eye-catching designs. And like you mentioned earlier, swimwear, already out in early July.
Yeah, ever the optimists.
And that focus on visuals, on aesthetics, it carries through to the buildings too.
Oh, like what?
Well, there's Rooftop Pinks, this cute pink-themed rooftop spot, and a restaurant. Bulgogi Mokrogwan got praised for its beautiful design inside and out. Apparently, the style is similar to trendy places you might see in Jeju or Shenzhen or Bangadong.
So there's a kind of design language emerging.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
And specifically, pink is having a moment there. Pink interiors, even a pink waffle shop. It creates this cohesive, Instagrammable look in parts of the area.
Interesting. Okay, so we've covered the streets, the shows, the food, the shopping, but let's talk scale. There's this idea that the main Hongdae street is actually quite short. Is that right?
Well, yes and no. The bit right by Hongdae Station, exit 9, down to the main crosswalk, isn't super long. That's true.
Yeah.
But the review points out that the Red Road developments have actually widened the street. And more importantly, Hongdae as a district is much bigger than just that one strip.
So, advice for first-timers.
Definitely explore further. Don't just stop at that first crosswalk. Keep going. Maybe wander all the way towards Hapjeongyo Station. You'll see much more.
Gotcha. So it's bigger than it looks at first glance.
Much bigger. It's a whole network of streets. And just touching on events quickly, the review mentioned Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically that the first Halloween after the tragic Itaewon incident, Hongdae managed its crowds safely, which is important. It shows they have systems in place for handling those big events.
That's reassuring. It speaks to the organization behind the energy.
Yeah, and maybe the overall character, too, that buzz, that Hongdae vibe. The review connected it to the happiness index of Mapogu, the district.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, highlighting it as just a really lively, vibrant neighborhood where people seem genuinely happy enjoying themselves.
Soaking up that youthful energy you mentioned.
Exactly, which loops back to where we started, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing people out having fun, even having drinks on a Monday, it just underlines that relentless energy. It's a place people go to unwind and connect any day of the week. It has this unique pull.
Absolutely. So when you boil it all down, Hongdae is this incredible mix, isn't it? It's old and new, art and commerce, local vibes, and global appeal. Just constantly buzzing with an energy that's, well, pretty hard to find anywhere else.
It really is unique. And that brings us to a final thought, something for you, the listener, to ponder. Given how consistently popular Hongdae is, how it draws these massive crowds nonstop, even on weekdays, how does it actually do that? How does it manage to keep evolving, keep succeeding commercially, but still hold on to that distinct cultural identity, that raw, youthful charm?
Yeah, what's the secret sauce? And what could other cities, other urban centers maybe learn from Hongdae's dynamic formula? Something to think about.